According to a candy company, packages of a certain candy contain 70% orange candies. Find the approximate probability that the random sample of 200 candies will contain 22% or more orange candies. We're going to use a normal distribution to solve this, so I'm going to go ahead and open StatCrunch. Bring that into the screen a little bit better here. So we're going to use the normal calculator. So we'll go to Stat, Calculator, and select Normal, this thing. In order to use this calculator, we need a mean and a standard deviation, and then we can enter in this information over here into here. Well, for starters, for this sampling distribution, what is the mean and what is the standard deviation? Well, it turns out there's formulas for this that I'm going to pull up here. Okay, the mean for this sampling distribution, P, is going to be equal to this proportion here. It's recorded as a percent. I'll just write it as a probability as 0.17. So that's the mean of this thing. It'll be 0.17. So I'm going to enter that into my calculator for the mean. Now we also need a standard deviation, and I can use this formula for that. So again, P is equal to 0.17, N was equal to 200, and if I enter that information into this formula, I can use that to figure out the correct standard deviation. So I'm going to move this out of the way and bring up my calculator. So the formula says you first take the value P, which is 0.17, and then you multiply it by 1 minus P, so 1 minus 0.17, and let's see, that's 0.83. So we just took the product of those two numbers. We then divide by N, which in this case is 200, and we have this value here, but the formula for the standard deviation said take the square root of this value, and we get this thing. 0.02656. Maybe I'll go out 5 places just to make sure it's accurate. But I'm going to enter 0.02656. Okay, the rest of the problem can just be, well, I'll look over here and enter this information to get the corresponding probability for the sampling distribution. So what's it's x here, but really it's functioning as this p hat. What's the probability that the mean is going to be greater than 22% or 0.22 as a probability? Okay, if I click compute, it should give me the answer. And it's this thing here. If I round to 3 decimal places, that is this 8 rounds that up, so it's going to be 0.030. Check my answer. And that's it for this problem. The probability that p hat is bigger than 0.22 is about 3%.